welcome back, Foodisms of YouTube. It is your girl TK, and I am back with another journal entry for today. And today's entry is chicken teriyaki meatballs, or teriyaki chicken meatballs, however you want to say it. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best not to talk too much through this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, okay, y'all. I lied. I'm sorry. I'm starting off yammering. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm grinding grating the garlic and the ginger because I saw somewhere where a lot of people said they preferred it. So I was like, oh, let me give this a shot instead of using my garlic press. And I gotta admit that I kind of like it. So yeah, I think I'll be maybe using this technique again in the future. Here I have 3 sprigs. I'm not sure what the terminology is for one. I guess it's a stalk. Anyway, 3 green onions. That's what we're going to go with today. And as you can see, I'm starting off kind of slow. And that's because I do not want to lose an appendage. I have cut myself in a mandolin slicer before, and you know, I understand that the way that I was holding the green onions was incorrect, and you're supposed to hold it the way that I'm holding it now, or more so in that manner. But in my head I'm thinking, oh, okay, so instead of slicing a finger, I'm just gonna slice a knuckle like I did on the mandolin slicer. Anyway, so yeah, I was moving a little bit better once I kind of got the technique a little bit, you know, down a little bit better. But yeah, I just wanted to ramble on about that.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, really quickly, here I'm about to add the teriyaki sauce, and I just wanted to say, you'll see that I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, and that's because I wanted to add a little at a time, because I didn't want it to be too, you know, I didn't want it to have too much teriyaki, but in the end, it ended up being about 1/4 cup because at the end of the recipe, I'm adding more sauce. So yeah, I just wanted to take it slow. You know, if you do too much, there's no turning back. So that's why I have the teriyaki sauce, and I'm adding it, you know, little tiny spoonfuls at a time. And here I'm going to add some onion powder. You do not have to add this, and I probably didn't have to add it either, but I love the flavor of onion and garlic, so I felt like I needed just a touch more onion, so I just wanted to add a little bit more onion powder, or a little onion powder to the mix. All right, so here I'm just cooking my little test nugget. And that's basically to test and make sure that the meat is flavorful. It looks like it's burnt, but really it's not. What it is the teriyaki sauce inside the ground meat. It's sweet, so that tends to cook quicker than the rest of, the meat or the ingredients or whatever. So here I'm just making the meatballs. And by the way, if you weren't already aware, I'm using ground chicken. Um, and I find that ground chicken is much more tender and juicier than ground turkey. So I think it was a perfect fit for the recipe. Most people eat teriyaki chicken and not teriyaki turkey. But anyway, here I am making the meatballs. And ta-da! These are the meatballs all cooked. And I'm basically going to pour the teriyaki sauce over the meatballs and finish them off in the oven. I didn't want to burn them in the pan on the stove because, again, as I was cooking them, the sugar that was in the sauce, it was starting to like cook or caramelize or whatever really fast. So instead of having it burn out in the pan, I wanted to cook it in the oven covered. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, is just prepping it for the oven. All right, and here we have the meatballs fresh out of the oven. I'm just going to give them a quick flip to make sure that they're well coated, and they are ready to eat. And as you'll see in a second when I break them open with the fork or cut them open, whatever, how easily they come apart. They're really tender, really flavorful and juicy, and I love chicken, ground chicken, for recipes like this because they don't dry out as much as or at all, really, like ground turkey. And I didn't even use any filler for this. Let's not forget that. So definitely give this recipe a shot. And if you don't want to make the homemade teriyaki sauce, feel free to use store-bought. But anyway, I just want to thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, take care.